dumplings, Chinese, I guess Chinese, I don't know, but Asian dumplings that I will be munching on today. Mmm, delicious. Anyways, we're going to get into some tarot messages for the energy for today for all collectives. If you've been following this series, you know that we focus in on the energy that's available today and spirit messages for anything you may need to know today. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. If you find that it doesn't exactly seem to be resonating for you, give it a chance because some things are yet to be seen and you would not resonate. But also, keep in mind that you want to subscribe so that when your message drops within the next few days, you're the first one to know about it. Hope you got something delicious to munch on. I've got my dumplings here. And we're going to get started with some messages from Spirit. Excuse me chewing in your ear. All right. So, as per usual, if this is your first time here, I welcome you to my channel and invite you to become a member of the tribe. For those of you who may be returning, welcome back. Thank you for your love and support. I truly appreciate you, and I truly appreciate the tribe that we're building here on YouTube. All right, so as per usual, we're going to start with an oracle card just for the energy of today. Actually, we'll start with 3 oracle cards to show the energy for everyone today. And then we'll dig deeper into each sign and a message for the collectives of those signs. All right, Spirit, let's get some oracle cards here today for our collective, the energy that is present today that they can take advantage of. What's going on out there in the big wide world that my tribe members here need to know about? All right, your first oracle card is Sitting in the Power. Wow. Lots of change and transformation available today with that one. The Power of Empathy. And that is followed by Symbols. All right, so, wow. Right off the bat, what I'm seeing here with this power of empathy, you know, what I have noticed in my readings over the last couple of days are people seem to be struggling. There seems to be a lot going on, a lot of huge, powerful change in people's lives. And just the ability today to connect to others through empathy for their situations, what they may be going through, is going to be a strong force for you if you can tap into it. Also, on the flip side of that, you know, of course, being able to conduct yourself in a way, being where you communicate your needs to others and allow them to connect with you. You'd be surprised how many people have a really hard time with allowing others to connect to them through empathy. Like the need to just put on a face for the world like everything's okay, even when it cannot be okay. Okay, so those two stances are literally same sides or two sides of the same coin, and this card is strongly pointing that out to me. So there's a power here in connecting through empathy to others today and sitting in your power, being able to not allow your moods, your physical conditions around you to affect your inner world is also very powerful, right? Like I said, over the last few days, there's been a lot of strong energy that has others around you and maybe even you going to or fro, you know, being thrown to or fro, or the feeling of being thrown to to or throw. I hope you know what I'm saying because my tongue is getting twisted up on that. But anyways, let's, you know, understand that especially within the heart chakra, which is highlighted here on this card, you contain an incredible amount of power. It's just going to take tapping into that to be able to, you know, really get to the heart of your power and being able to exude it today. And you're going to have many signs and symbols along the way that are going to be jumping out to you that are going to really let you know you're on the right track. And conversely, I feel there will be signs and symbols jumping out at you when you might be leading down a wrong road towards something today, okay? So pay attention to numbers, signs, songs, you know, random strangers saying something to you that you wouldn't normally expect someone to say. All the symbols by which spirit uses to, you know, communicate with us. Let's pay close attention to those so that we can get the most out of our day today. All right. I've been mixing it up as I deliver these messages for the collectives. You know, like sometimes I go in order of the zodiac, and then other days I mix it up. So today I think what I'm going to do is I am definitely going to go in order of the zodiac. And that means we're going to start out with our tarot message for Capricorn, okay? And I should say the calendar year order of the signs, because technically, you know, some will argue with you that the zodiac starts with Aries. So we're going to go in order of the signs. And Spirit, give me a message for today. What's going on in Capricorn's energy? What do they need to be aware of? What's coming at them? What can Capricorn expect today? Capricorn, your first message comes by way of the Three of Wands. That is followed by the Ace of Coins. And we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Capricorn, if you've been looking for work, looking for a job, you're going to make a major breakthrough today. Where, you know, you may come across information about a job that ends up being yours. But for many of you who are in that situation, I see the job offer potentially could definitely come your way today. You're the number one candidate. You're the one that they have their eye on. You're the one that they most desire to fill this position. So you'll be making plans with this Three of Wands instead of being in that energy of looking, you know, hunting for work. Now you get to step back and take stock of everything and just wait for your starting date, right? With this Hanged Man in reverse, of course, that just further exemplifies the fact that you would be in an energy of you're no longer stuck in this hangman's position looking for something. You are now able to move forward, throw off the binds. For some of you, I have a feeling you may be in a situation where, you know, this has been going on for a while. You've been looking for a while, so your end is in sight. That's what I'm hearing as I look at these cards, okay? So, other than that, for those of you Capricorns who may not be, you know, involved in a job search, again, you've got something that you've had your eye on, a project that you've been trying to move forward, and you will be moving forward towards that today. And then Spirit just whispered in my ear, those of you Capricorns who may be house hunting, put in the offer on the property that you want, because I do see it being accepted. All right, Capricorn, good news, man. I hope that you're able to take advantage of that energy today. And I hope that you will stick with us through the rest of our tarot lunch hour here as we move into Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. What can you expect today? Spirit, let's get some messages on the board for my Aquarius. What can they expect today in today's energy? What's coming towards them? What do they need to know? All right, Aquarius, your first message comes by way of the Seven of Cups. That is followed by the Lovers. And then we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. All right. Definitely has to do with love and partnerships here. You know, Aquarius, for some of you, what I'm seeing here is quite simply you're letting down your defenses in order to make a choice possibly between two or maybe even several people, for those of you single Aquarius. And you plan to join in union with that person, and you plan for it to be good. But I can see you making your choice today and then moving forward in that person's direction, and that person will reciprocate. They will be actually ecstatic with that Lover's card there. All right. For those of you Aquarius who are in connection with others, this is talking about a situation where, you know, there's been some confusion going on in your relationship, and it seems as if you and your partner have not been connecting well. There's been a lot of distraction, a lot of things going on. There's been a lot of pressures, things really coming to bear on your relationship. Some of you may be having some financial issues in your relationship. Others of you just may be having issues with balancing it all, especially if you have children, right? Young children. So it's a matter of just all these things that happen along the course of life and in relationships that have been standing in the way of the two of you just feeling and connecting at your best. And what it takes here is for one of you, at least one of you, if not both of you, to let down your defenses, because there is a solid eternal love here. There is a strong connection that is ordained. There's a lot here of value in this connection that is worth it, and you need to get back to the basics of being lovers and friends. Okay, this power of empathy here that we talked about earlier with our oracle is especially important for you today as you connect, Aquarius, with the one that you love. So keep that in mind, because today may be a little trying, and it's definitely a trying experience when you're trying to turn the boat around, as they say. Like, you're trying to start in a new direction that you know you need to go, Aquarius. And it takes a while. Sometimes your person may be resisting that change because they're busy looking at all those Seven of Cups issues, all those things that are happening on a daily basis, right? But step up to the plate, sit in your power, as we talked about, and definitely move that situation in the direction that it needs to go. You're being called to be the leader, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, I hope that helps you, and I hope you stick around for the rest of our tarot lunch hour. All right. But in the case that you have to go, please subscribe on your way out. All right, so let's move into Pisces. What messages, Spirit, do we have for our Pisces here today? What can Pisces expect in their energy for today? What can Pisces take advantage of? What can Pisces be warned about? What is coming at my lovely Pisces? All right, Pisces, your first message comes by Knave of Coins, which is the Page of Coins or Page of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Cups in the reverse. And then next we have the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, there's some difficulty here for you today, Pisces. You're just not even feeling yourself for many of you. Like, some of you, I'm getting a homesick feeling even with this Empress in the reverse and this Six of Cups in the reverse. So if you have, like I would say within the past year or so, moved, you may be homesick from the place. And I mean moved like out of state, out of a, out of a city, out of a state, or even out of the country. I see you longing for that place that, you came from. You're at that point where you're just kind of feeling like, did I make the right move? Did I do the right thing? And I see that kind of malaise kind of feeling. You're having issues with getting motivated to do things. You're making small efforts and just trying to keep things going along, and especially in where it concerns your responsibilities, right? You're just kind of giving the minimum of what you need to give, and hope nobody's watching too closely. That's what I'm seeing here. Pisces, I would say, be empathetic with yourself, right? And understand that everything you need does sit within you, right? And there have been signs or symbols that may have been telling you that you're in the right place at the right time, and you need to just have some faith in the fact that that is true, because spirit is trying to communicate that to you, right? But you don't want to stay stuck in this Six of Cups reverse for long, because others will start to notice, and it will start to have a negative impact on you, not only in your work life or your professional pursuits, but also in your personal life. Others will start to notice and kind of get sick of this mopey Pisces energy that they're feeling, right? So let's get it together. I mean, I just feel this mopiness around you. Um, Even, I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily the situation that I outlined just a few moments ago of moving away. That is one storyline that came up here with these cards, with this message. But even if you haven't had that experience, it's just this, you kind of feel a little off. It's kind of like a malaise. Of course, check to make sure there's nothing physically going on. But at the same time, I think it's more emotional here. Just it's like a feeling of longing for simplicity, where you might be bored with simplicity, but for right now you just need things to go a little slower. They're going a little too fast for you, and you're definitely not feeling at home in your own environment, in your own circumstances. So Pisces, take it easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up for having these feelings. Just, I would say, if you could limit and pick yourself up by the bootstraps, give yourself like a good 3 days at the most, right? And then just start to really concentrate on picking yourself up by the bootstraps, because if you sit in this energy for a long period of time, it is going to negatively impact you in ways that it's going to be, a little harder for you to recover from. All right. All right, Pisces, take care and take good care of yourself. But stick around with us for our tarot lunch hour, right? We don't kick anyone out after their messages. I invite you to stay. So, let's move into Aries messages. So, for my wonderful Aries that have joined me today, what messages do you have, Spirit? What's happening today? What can they expect to be coming at them today? What warnings might they need to hear for today? What has Aries got going on that you want to talk about with them, Spirit? All right, let me give it one more shuffle here, and we'll get Aries messages on the board. All right, Aries, your first message comes by way of the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Definitely not the way we like to see that card. We have the Four of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. All right, Aries, I do feel like this has to do with the relationship. With these messages, I let what Spirit wants to talk about come up, so it could be any topic. But in this case, I do see relationship, Aries. This Nine of Cups in reverse is like I don't want to say you've been feeling a huge loss, but for some of you, you may have been experiencing a huge loss. But I'm seeing with this Nine of Cups in the reverse being coupled with the Four of Cups upright, it's a feeling of being trapped in something, like someone has you trapped in a situation in your relationship that you don't want to be in, that you don't even want to deal with. And again, similarly to Pisces, there's a malaise kind of emotional feeling, like just sitting by, right? But instead of like Pisces, where it was they were with that Page of Pentacles, giving just enough and hoping others don't notice, you're more or less standing still in that malaise, Aries. It's like a knowing also, you saw this situation unfolding, like you saw it unfolding, and for some of you, you did nothing to stop it, even though there were things that you could have done to kind of ward it off. Others of you, you just you you acted irresponsibly. Let me say, I'm a true reader. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. You acted irresponsibly, and it all came home to roost, right? I'm seeing a very specific situation, Aries, where some of you may be in a situation where, let's say you stepped outside your connection, and now that third party came to your person and spilled the beans about everything. And so that's a very strong energy that I'm getting coming through with that today. If that hasn't happened yet, today is a day where Spirit is saying there's a high likelihood. So if you are in that type of third party connection, to where, let's say, you introduced the third party to your connection, Aries, be on your P's and Q's today, because as they say, the chickens may be coming home to roost. All right. So that's a warning. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. All right. And I hope that that helps you having an understanding of that, Aries. I invite you to stick with us. But if you do decide to head out the door, Aries, please subscribe on your way out. I would truly appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. All right, let's move forward to Taurus. Spirit, what do my Taurus have to understand about today's energy? What is coming towards Taurus? And what should they be on the lookout for? All right. All right, Taurus. I'm just feeling some difficulty and just accomplishing some little tasks today. That energy is coming through strongly. Again, we have the Empress in the reverse. That's followed by the Tower in the reverse. My goodness. And a Queen of Cups in the reverse. So the power of empathy is something you may need to tap into today, Taurus, in more than one way. Also, be looking at the symbols that are happening, the signs around you, because this Tower in the reverse, when the Tower is upright, it's a quick shock, something that comes in totally unexpectedly and takes us by surprise. But with it being in the reverse here, I'm feeling like this is not a surprise, and it's not coming in quickly. It's going to come in like a slow storm and linger and do a lot of damage. A lot of times, excuse me, I'm throwing these cards around. A lot of times, if something has to happen, if it's inevitable, right? There are situations in which it would be best if it just comes in quickly, does whatever damage it's going to do, and then leaves out just as quickly as it came. But when it lingers and it hangs over you, it can do more damage. So that's the energy of something coming to a head today, that's been a long time coming, and emotionally, it's a lot to bear. It's going to take an effect. Well, that's why I said this power of empathy, Taurus, is something that is you're going to need others to have for you, and you're going to need to show it towards others as well. This Empress in the reverse is definitely an uprooting. Let me take a bite here. It's an uprooting, and for some of you, Taurus, you're going to find yourselves uprooting into a new home because of the situation. Leaving an apartment, a house, or whatever that you share. I'm feeling in this regard, it has to do with relationships. And I'm sorry to hear that because, Taurus, I really and strongly feel like this is not something that you would have chosen to do for yourself originally. You may be at the point now where you want this now, but it's not because that was what you were going for. It's kind of like as things have been unfolding along the way, you came to the decision of you have no other choice but to uproot like this. So take it easy on yourself, Taurus, because this energy today is, even though, like I said, it was not the fast, quick flash of the tower, it is a slow burn. It's still somewhat unpredictable energy. Even though you've seen it coming and it's no surprise, it is unpredictable energy. So keep that in mind, Taurus, as you navigate the situation. But know that a lot of this could be, there could be either a lot of change in regards to this today, or there's a lot of unpredictability in regards to this today, Taurus. So please know, as we spoke about earlier, you hold the power. You sit in the seat of power here. And you're going to need to remind yourself of that probably constantly today, Taurus, okay? I wish you all the best with that situation. But Taurus, please don't leave us. Stick around for the rest of our tarot lunch hour with us. And we're going to move into Gemini's messages. Spirit, let's get some messages on the board for my Geminis. And for those of you Geminis, it's Gemini season. Happy birthday. If today's your birthday, I wish you the best. If you've already had your birthday or your birthday's upcoming, happy birthday to you. I hope that you guys really do something special for yourself as a treat for your birthday this year. All right, but let's get some messages on the board for Gemini Spirit. What's in their energy today? What do they have coming towards them today? What can they expect? And we have the Chariot, fast moving, and I do feel very immediately with this card, you'll be zipping about today, Gemini. Like, it's hard to keep a Gemini down and keep them still anyways, and I just really feel it's a lot of movement for you here today. And it has the potential to greatly throw you off balance with this Temperance card in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Coins. So some of you are seeing something that feels like a huge opportunity, dare I say once in a lifetime opportunity, and you're afraid to miss it if you don't move quickly on it, right? So you move so quickly that you're unbalancing things around you, and you may need to consider the effect of that later on down the line, like later on during the week or within the next couple of weeks, how you making this strong move towards someone or something, and I feel for some of you this is a relationship message, your strong movements towards someone, because you feel like if I don't strike today, I'm not going to get this person, or I'm not going to get this thing. So just consider how that's going to affect you over the next couple of weeks, because there's something here with this Temperance in reverse that you're definitely not thinking about. You're definitely not considering. And for some of you, you've lost a lot of hope in the fact that this could happen anyways. So when you see something that looks like the sky has opened, the clouds have opened, and now you have that opportunity, you run out quickly towards it, right? Because you see this person in this Queen of Coins energy, whether they're masculine or feminine, that's the stability and the nurturing that stability brings. This person brings to the table financially, most definitely, in your eyes. And you feel like this is the missing key. This is what I need in my life. This person is polished. They have great appeal. Um, they have great standing in the community, and this is what you want on your arm, or whose arm you want to be on. So you rush out, as I said, because you see your opportunity to shoot your shot. And just consider there's some factors in the background of your life that you need to consider. And for some of you, that's another individual, right? Like you may be choosing this Queen of Coins individual over someone who's already in your life. Tarot here, Spirit here is not giving me an indication as to whether or not once you shoot your shot, it's going to land. But if it doesn't land, the fallout is going to be great. I do know that. All right. So pay attention to the signs. We're talking about you seeing the sign and being able to acquire today, but make sure you're reading those signs correctly. Okay. Make sure those signs are showing up truly as symbols, and that you're not just taking a sign and blowing it up in your own mind. Look at what you're seeing and see it for what it is. Don't embellish it, all right? Because the fallout will be substantial, Gemini. It'll be substantial. So that's what's coming through as a warning. All right? So, Gemini, please stick around for the rest of our tarot lunch hour. And let's move into Cancer's messages. Spirit, what do you have for my lovely Cancers? What messages do you have for today? What energy are they in today? What's available to them? What warnings do they need to know about? What is on the horizon today for our Cancers? Woo! First card out is the Tower in the reverse. Judgment. And followed by the King of Wands. All right. With that Tower in the reverse, I was a little afraid, Cancer, because I tell you, at least as far as the cards have been concerned lately, it's been very positive, good runs. But I'm not seeing this Tower in the reverse now, after looking at these other two, as a negative thing, because again, as we discussed a reading or two ago, the Tower in the reverse, instead of it being that flash of lightning that comes in, strikes, causes a lot of destruction and moves out, the Tower in reverse is something that's expected, that you saw coming. And this, I don't even think, is referring to something that's like destructive in nature. You saw a situation coming, and I'm talking about a love situation. You saw something coming. You've been waiting for a long time, but you've seen it coming. Like, you've been waiting so long, you could build a brick by brick, you could build a glorious tower. That's how long it's been, right? But you saw it coming. You've felt it. You could see it on the horizon. You've known all along that this person was coming back. There's a come to Jesus moment, so to speak, that they had, where they're now fully awake, Cancer. um Spirit has had their way with this person. This is like a powerful stay up all night crying, and dare I say, Cancer, you wouldn't even see this person in the position of staying up all night crying, right? So this has been some power. Spirit's been working through them, and today, so if they haven't had this moment yet, tonight may be the dark night of the soul for them, because this is today's energy. But I see them coming in. So for others of you, this person may show up today as this King of Wands, right? Whether they're masculine or feminine, because they're charming, they're suave, they know what to say, and oh my God, are they sexy, and will be dressed well, and will smell delicious. And it's going to be a lot to resist if that's what you're choosing to do, or if through this tower in the reverse, you told yourself, yeah, they're coming, but I'm going to turn them down. Like, it's going to be hard because all of your senses are going to be ignited by this person, like your sense of touch, your sense of smell, what they look like. All they've got it all working towards their advantage, and trust me, it's calculated. All of it is on purpose. They're going to look good, they're going to smell good, they're going to be so charming and know what to say. So it definitely is your choice here, Cancer. But let me tell you, if you engage with this person, it's fire. Like, it's hot. It's like the hotness that you've been craving in your life for some time. I'm not here to tell you whether it's right or wrong. All I'm here to say is make sure that whatever it is that made you exit that person's life to begin with, make sure it's been addressed. I know we talked about the dark night of the soul, but make sure that there's been a change that will make the effects of that dark night long lasting. All right. All right, Cancer, please stick with us for the rest of our tarot lunch hour. If you do have to leave out, I ask that you subscribe on your way out so that you're in the loop for future messages. Let's move into Leo. Leo, my beautiful Leos. What message do we have for Leo today, Spirit? What can they expect to see in their energy? What's coming towards them today? Leo. All right. What is this? The theme of the damn day. Tower in reverse. And I've shuffled thoroughly here. No lie. Okay. Let's think about this for a moment. All right. We just saw this with Cancer, and I believe we saw it. Did we see it with Gemini? Yes. So if you, Leo, are dealing with one of those signs, this message in particular is just totally for you. If not, it's still the message, most likely for you. I'm just saying, if you're dealing with that, because I do feel like this is in regards to love. All right. Ha! King of Wands. I promise you, I shuffled hard. But this is your card, Leo. That's your energy, right? And we have the Three of Wands. So I see this as the inverse of what just happened with Cancer. I see, especially if you are dealing with a Cancer, you don't have to be. But I see you, Leo, things have been building up for a while. Let's be real. Many of you have been out there playing around, playing the field, doing your thing, having fun. And hey, I'm not here to judge you, right? But you've been doing the damn thing. You've been looking good. You've been in demand, and you've been taking advantage of all that there is all that is offered by being in demand. You have been doing that. But this tower moment has been slow burning in the background, right? While you weren't noticing it was burning, when you smelled the smoke, it was burning and you ignored it, it kept going, right? But now that you know, now that this tower has toppled or will be toppling, you have plans. Like, you have a backup plan. You know what it is that you want to do, Leo, at the end of the day. You already know. You already have a clearly thought out vision for who it is you want and why, right? You may have not been, you've been out playing and you haven't been paying attention to them, but you know who and what it is that you want. All right. So, Spirit's saying, let's get a little serious now. Playtime is coming to an end with this tower in the reverse. Let's get a little serious now. And pick up the pace and get to where you need to be, which is at that person's door, right? And by that I mean, yeah, literally at that door, but, calling them, texting them, whatever it is that you need to do to set this energy into motion. Get there. Get there so that we can get the next phase of your life going, because the wonderful things that you have envisioned with this person, the wonderful side of them, is what you'll have access to. All right. All right, Leo. Oh my God. I don't want to say I don't want to see those three cards again, but if I see those three cards again, it's just crazy when that happens. But that does happen with the tarot, because a lot of times, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with groups that are interacting with one another. So there is going to be a lot of similarity in the messages that come forward. All right. So let's move into Virgo. Spirit, what messages do we have for Virgo here? What can they expect to see today? And what is on the horizon for them? We have the Knave of Swords in the reverse, which is the Page of Swords, followed by the Two of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the Three of Wands. All right. Virgo, you've learned all to learn about the situation. All right. You've learned, you've seen, you've heard, you've taken it all in, and it's no longer time to sit on what it is that you need. You need to go ahead and move forward as if it were tomorrow, is what Spirit is saying. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I think what that means is move forward as if you've already experienced the end of something. Move forward in a way that works best for you. Spirit is saying you've been waiting around to plan every last detail to make sure things go off perfectly. And no, you're just to move forward. Just get it going, because the planning is killing it. It's killing the energy. It's killing the potential. You need to just move forward. I'm seeing two distinct patterns here. One is in a work or project, business, something like that, right? Where, again, you've done all the studying, you've seen all there is to see, you've researched it. Now move forward. Stop waiting around. As scary as it may be, kick it off. For others of you, and I hope and pray this is just a few, very few others of you, I'm seeing this as a situation in which someone is trapped in a relationship, or feels trapped in a relationship that has become abusive in some way, whether that's physical, emotional, or mentally, right? Verbally. And Spirit is saying enough is enough. You have researched your options on where you can go to be safe. It's time to get there and stop planning. Stop waiting to get that extra $200. Just go as you are. And I back Spirit up on that 100%. I'm going to take a bite here of my dumpling. All right. So, Virgo, either way that message resonates for you, it is urgent. It's coming through as an urgent message. It's time to go. It's time to kick things off. It's time to move along. It's a warning and an encouragement all at the same time is how I'm feeling it. All right. We're going to move into Libra. Libra messages. Spirit, let's get some messages on the board from my beautiful Libras. What can they expect coming at them today? Libra, Libra, Libra. What's in their energy? Oh my gosh, another card of the day here. 3 of Wands. Followed by the 2 of Wands, this time in the reverse. And we have the Death card. All right. Libra. Things have not gone as planned. Things have not gone as planned, and it's time to scrap the plan and trying to stick to the plan with this Death card and just move by faith. Short, simple, and sweet. That is it, Libra. The plan has gone awry. It is time to just step out on faith with that 3 of Wands, because if you keep following the plan, you're going to go over the cliff is what I'm hearing. All right. Now, that can resonate in many ways in many areas of your life, Libra, and definitely I'm feeling it has the potential to resonate in more than one area of your life at this time. But in today's energy, the situation that presents itself or has a focus on it in particular, that is the advice from Spirit for you. Walk in faith. Forget about the plan, because the plan has flown out the window, man. The plan is, I don't know the right word. The plan has malfunctioned is what I'm hearing. So it is time to just go. You have enough within you, enough guidance within you to get through this. The symbols alone will show you the way. And I think many of you have seen some very clear-cut signals today. And they're going to show you the way. You're not alone, really. Spirit's got you, man. And you got to go. You got to go. You got to step out there. All right, Libra? Please stick with us, though, for the rest of our Tarot Lunch Hour as we move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, your first message comes by way of the 9 of Cups in the reverse. We saw this early on, and I think it was with Capricorn. We also have the 2 of Cups and Strength in the reverse. All right, Scorpio. All right, this looks like someone may ask you out today. For those of you single Scorpios, because 2 of Cups is great, but it's also like that first date or the offer of a first date, but I'm seeing like you not being really thrilled about it. I don't know if it's the person that you're not thrilled about. It's not who you expected it to come from or who you wanted it to come from. And this person is presenting, though, as strength in the reverse, which, quite frankly, can be it. Well, I shouldn't say it can be. It's coming across here as what some of us like to call narcissistic, even though we're not medical professionals that can diagnose it. But someone who is extremely seated in their narcissism. So you're not really and totally happy about that. For those of you Scorpio, you shouldn't be, right? Um, and there's a warning here with this Scorpio, because definitely want to look at the signs of it. Um, the signs that this person, even as they may be speaking to you, the signs that appear, because some of you, I don't think you're totally aware of this, because I am feeling for some reason like an online type of presence here. So it could be coming through like a dating app or something like that. So you may not have physically met this person yet, is what I'm saying, which you can, if you're paying attention, you can notice a lot of things about a person when you meet them for the first time in person, right? But since you may not have the advantage of that in this case, Spirit is saying proceed with caution, because this person, in fact, go the other way, because this person is not going to ultimately be what you desire with this Nine of Cups in the reverse. Um, and it would be, you would do well to note, to take note of that from the beginning, so that you don't get yourself into a difficult situation later down the line because you looked past some red flags. Okay, all right, Scorpio, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, is what I always say. All right, I hope you stick around, because we just have Sagittarius left to do. But in the case that you gotta run, please go ahead and subscribe on your way out. I appreciate that you joined us today. All right, so we have some wonderfully patient Sagittarians here, Spirit, and we need a message for them in regards to what it is they can expect today, what's in their energy, what's coming at them today, what's the tea? What is the spiritual tea? All right. Sagittarius, your first message comes by way of the moon, followed by the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Oh my goodness. Somebody's getting outed today, Sagittarius. Somebody is getting outed. They've been lurking. They've been able to do exactly what it is that they have done, because they have had the advantage of kind of slipping and sliding around in the dark without anyone being able to just notice them. Okay? They've been on some snake shit, basically. And they get away with a lot of things because they possess this charm, like the Queen of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine. There's a great amount of charm, but also charm that has allure. Like, it's almost like a Pied Piper kind of thing. People don't know why they want to follow this person. They just hear this siren call, right? They just hear, there are in history women that have been called sirens, right? If you take a look at that type of personality, so to speak, people feel so drawn to be with them and do for them, based on nothing more than just this allure that they have. This isn't just being charming on a normal front. This is some powerful shit here. This person gets away with a lot because of the energy that they exude in that regard, right? And they've been causing a lot of damage. And not only have they been annoying the hell out of you, and not only have maybe they have affected you negatively in some strong way, they've been doing it to many others as well. Like, they don't, they don't, they never have to meet, or they hardly ever have to meet um, the responsibility for what they've done, right? And for some of you Sagittarius, what I'm feeling, and especially it's coming through for some of you feminine Sagittarius, if you're dealing with a masculine, Your masculine has fallen prey to this. And let me rephrase it. Not necessarily fallen prey as in they had no choice. Because anytime you step outside of a connection, you have a choice, right? So, but in making that choice, your masculine didn't realize why they were so drawn to this person, this third party, and it's because of this siren type energy. And so this has been causing a lot of disruption and damage to your relationship. But today the truth comes out in a way, and I'm also feeling, Sagittarius, you have the ability at this point to cut this third party out of your situation, right? You have the ability and the power and the truth on your side, and you don't have to be victim to this influence any longer. Something major will pop off today, and you have an opportunity to take the first step in getting your relationship back in order. All right? May be hard work, but the opportunity is there, and you will find yourself sitting in the seat of power here, where that Queen of Wands person normally sits in the seat of power everywhere they go. Today, you're going to disrupt that. You're going to be sitting in the seat. Be safe, Sagittarius. And don't hurt nobody too badly. So, those are our tarot lunchtime messages. Thank you for joining me here today. As always, I invite you to join the tribe here by hitting subscribe. And I wish you all the best until next time. Bye-bye.